So you decided you're done, or were you 100% done?
No. I'm up.
You don't know what Mike Tyson might come in there and do. You don't know if you got to protect your ears, your chin, your jaw. You don't know what he might do. So what you better do is get in shape and be prepared for whichever Mike shows up.
When two of boxing's biggest legends team up, you know it's something special. Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. are back, but this time they're not facing each other in the ring. They're hitting the gym together, training side by side, and showing what happens when greatness joins forces.
Against herself and you want today.
Joe Forte is in there, though.
Yes.
Days like that make a lot of difference in life.
The heavyweight icons are joining forces to get Mike Tyson ready for his big comeback against Jake Paul on November 15th, training hard and pushing each other every step of the way.
Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the mouth.
Yo, listen, you hear that? Killers in the jungle. Run for them life.
There's never been a night this big.
With Roy Jones Jr. by Tyson's side at ringside, the excitement just went through the roof.
One of his guys, Azim, calls McGee, tells McGee, my partner, to tell me to call. So I call Azim. Azim says, hey, Mike wants to do a comeback. He wants to do an exhibition.
First, let's break down the legends in the room. On one side, there's Iron Mike Tyson, the man, the myth, the knockout king who dominated the heavyweight scene in the late 80s and 90s. Tyson is famous for his explosive power, relentless style, and those deadly hooks that could finish a fight in an instant. Truly a force to be reckoned with in the ring.
Praise to the Most High. Praise to the Most High.
30 seconds.
Praise to the Most High.
Then on the other side, there's Roy Captain Hook Jones Jr., a technical genius with lightning-fast hands, incredible footwork, and a confidence that lights up the ring. Roy was once nearly unstoppable, moving through multiple weight classes from middleweight all the way to heavyweight with ease.
Boy, ask him, Lord. Trying to turn back the clock one more time. Shit, mix it up, Roy. You ain't come in to play. It's your money. Father Time undefeated. These two way past their primes, but looking for... Get out of there, Roy. Get up there.
If you need a quick refresher, Tyson and Roy faced off in a 2020 exhibition. Tyson was 54, Roy 51, but even at that age, they delivered a performance that had everyone talking. Fighting is in their blood, and that competitive fire never fades. Now, instead of battling each other, they're training together, sharing the gym, the energy, the strategy, and the passion. So, what did Roy say about working alongside one of the most dangerous fighters in boxing history? Let's find out.
Great fight, great marketing situation as well, because so many people want to see it because of the young lion and the old lion, you know? So it's a great situation for them, a great situation for fans, because it gives him an opportunity, it gives Jake a chance with Mike being as old as he is, you feel me? So I think it's a great opportunity for both fighters, but I still think Mike probably is going to be a little too much for Jake.
Really? Because I've been hearing that people think Jake, being the young guy, may be too much for Mike, but
if he can get to the late rounds, yes. If he get to the round 4 or 5, maybe yeah. But he has to get out of the first 3 rounds.
Now you were in there with them, and I think you said after he still has his strength and his power.
Still got the power. That's why I say Jake has to get out of the first 3 rounds. Get past the first 3 rounds, he got a chance. But the first 3 rounds are going to be devastating.
And if Mike catches them with one shot, is it?
It's over. It's over. If he throws them.
Roy Jones Jr. didn't come to train with Mike Tyson just for fun. This was serious. According to Roy, when Tyson invited him to the gym, it wasn't for a few easy workouts. Tyson had a goal, to see if he still had the killer instinct that once made him the most feared heavyweight in the world.
Trainers would tell me we're slipping and hooking. Don't be slip, because usually I come in that slip, and I get in there, and that's the hardest part, getting in there, and I never threw the punch. And so we're practicing like a slip, so you're in there, instantaneously, bing, throw the punch. And I did, I was successful.
Mike's been pushing himself hard for his upcoming fight with Jake Paul, and before stepping back into the ring, he wanted a true test from someone who could give him the ultimate seal of approval. Who better than Roy Jones Jr.? Having faced each other before, Roy knows exactly if Mike still has that fire, and no one's better suited to judge.
Middleweight world champion,
former super middleweight world champion, three-time light heavyweight world champion, and former heavyweight champion of the world, future Hall of Fame legend, Roy Jones Jr.
And Roy was seriously impressed. He didn't hold back about Mike's condition. According to him, Tyson is still that hungry force who once dominated the heavyweight division. Age hasn't slowed him down at all. He still has the power, explosiveness, and drive that made him a legend. Roy was especially amazed at how sharp Mike looked, even after all the health challenges he's faced recently. Seeing it firsthand, Roy confirmed that none of those setbacks have taken anything away. Tyson is still a beast.
Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah.
In fact, Roy admitted that when Mike first asked him to train, he wasn't sure what to expect. Would Tyson still be the same powerhouse, or had time caught up with him? But after just a few rounds in the gym, all doubts vanished. "He's still the same Mike I faced in 2020, Roy said with a grin, maybe even stronger.
Yes, sir.
Mike's explosive power hasn't faded. He can still unleash those signature hooks like a freight train. The moment he started throwing punches, Roy knew this wasn't some retired fighter chasing past glory. Tyson's power is real, raw, and, according to Roy, just as deadly as it was in the 90s. Roy even stepped into the ring for a friendly spar with Mike, and what he had to say afterwards said it all. Mike isn't just hanging in there, he's still a real threat to anyone who steps in the ring, including Jake Paul, who's about to see firsthand what it means to face a fighter with Tyson's legendary pedigree.
The reason I'm going in with him right now, because he's explosive, entertaining, and you never know what he's gonna do.
Breaking down the spar technically, Roy was blown away. Tyson's power has always been legendary, but what stood out most was how well his technique has held up. His peekaboo defense is still solid, his slipping punches, closing distance, and landing brutal combinations just like the old days. Roy noted that Mike's distance control is still elite, his bobbing and weaving sharp, and his head movement makes it nearly impossible for opponents to land clean shots. And once he gets inside, his short hooks and uppercuts hit with the same explosive force they always have, still as deadly as ever. Roy was equally impressed by Tyson's footwork. At 58, you wouldn't expect a man his size to move this fast, but Tyson's movement remains one of his deadliest weapons. He's always closing the gap, setting up those crushing body shots that leave opponents struggling to breathe, and Roy knows firsthand, when Mike lands a body shot, it hits like a truck.
Did that.
Hey Roy, how do you feel, man?
Feeling good. I feel good. Just jaw a little sore.
Yeah?
Ribs a little sore. Knee a little sore, but my knee was sore before I went in there, so the rest of it is all good, you know?
You showed really good movement, man.
Yeah, I got good movement. Still just getting old sucks, you know? It's all good. Yeah.
You fought just 3 years ago. What's changed?
Just 3 more years of age, you know? The older you get, the worse these knees get, so.
How did Mike feel in this?
Big and strong as hell. Hello?
And we can't overlook the mental game. Tyson's aggression is still fierce, but now it's controlled. Roy pointed out that over the years, Mike's mindset has evolved. He's no longer the wild, reckless force he once was. His style is more tactical, more calculated. Roy called it thinking man's aggression. Mike has learned to use his fury at the perfect moments to catch opponents off guard, making him just as dangerous today, still in beast mode, but knowing exactly when to strike.
I'm getting ready for you.
And just because Roy was Tyson's sparring partner doesn't mean he held back. "I gave Mike everything I had," Roy said, And he didn't flinch, he's still as tough as they come. Roy unleashed his signature lightning-fast combos, but Tyson's defense was rock solid. His reflexes may not be what they were at 20, but for a man nearing 60, they're still insanely fast, and that's what sets him apart. After the session, Roy gave Tyson the green light, saying he's still every bit the fighter who ruled the heavyweight division. "Mike's ready," Roy said confidently. "Jake better be prepared, because Tyson is coming in strong."
I think Mike's going to be strong, fast, and comes out like a fool. And I'm going to have to weather the storm, outbox him.
Roy also pointed out that facing Jake Paul is a whole different level. Tyson isn't just another opponent. He warned that Mike's power can't be fully prepared for in a normal training camp. "You don't just train for Tyson," Roy said. "You survive him." Beyond the punches, it's Tyson's mindset that gives him the edge. Roy saw that hunger, that drive to prove himself all over again. He's not stepping back in for the spotlight. He's there to show the world the baddest man on the planet still exists. Roy gave us the inside scoop. Mike is fired up and ready to make a statement. "Mike's out for blood," he said with a grin. The man still has that fire, and Jake better be ready because Tyson is coming with everything he's got.
5 to 28 up again. What do you mean?
Big
What do you
chest.
mean?
1, there we go. 2, 3, 4, good work. 8, 4 more. 9, 10, 2 more, Mike. 11, and 12. He's worked it.
Easy,
First time
easy.
we've done that.
That was easy. Yeah, it was.
Tyson is training like it's his very first fight, and even Roy Jones Jr. couldn't believe it. It's like Mike has something to prove, showing the world he's still the same force who ruled the ring decades ago. But Roy thinks he doesn't even need to push this hard, especially against Jake Paul. Tyson already has everything he needs: power, skill, and iron will. In Roy's eyes, Mike is training like he's going for another title, when in reality, Jake isn't even in the same league. Roy joked, "Mike, you don't even have to break a sweat for this one."
Then what you do, let the punches go.
Mike Tyson has a certain style that says, "Oh, that's Mike Tyson." If I was to go ask anybody on the street, show me the way Mike Tyson moved, they will all do the same thing. Get low to keep the hands tight, and they go from, one way.
Short, small movements. He's off.
Even if Roy thinks Mike's got this in the bag, the fight has the whole world buzzing. It's Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul, the biggest matchup of the year. Forget the Super Bowl or the NBA Finals, everyone's talking about this one. Tickets are selling like crazy, some for outrageous prices, but that hasn't stopped die-hard Tyson fans or Jake's influencer following from showing up in full force.
Fast and comes out like a fool. And I'm going to have to weather the storm, outbox him.
I let the right hand go.
I think he's going to get clipped because he has a lot of openings for me to land some big shots.
There you go, man. Feel your legs, and then what you do, let the punches go.
Mike Tyson has a certain style that says, "Oh, that's Mike Tyson." If I was to go ask...
And the betting scene is on fire. People are throwing big money left and right. Some believe Jake could pull off an upset with his youth and YouTube fame, while others are betting Tyson will completely dominate. Either way, it's shaping up to be one of the most hyped fights in years. While Tyson is training like his life depends on it, Jake Paul is sticking to his usual antics, more focused on making viral, fake workout videos than actually preparing for the fight.
Gary, is there anything on this table that you think all? Maybe I'll honestly do the draw. No, you don't. I mean, I could feel those times too. No, you couldn't.
He's been posting clips of himself lifting massive weights, but it's all for show. In one video, he supposedly lifts 500 pounds, but if you look closely, the bar doesn't even bend. Spoiler, the weights are fake. Instead of focusing on real training, Jake's just trolling his fans and leaning into the gimmicks that made him famous. Roy Jones Jr. is watching all of this unfold and is genuinely worried for Jake. How can you step into the ring with Mike Tyson and not take it seriously? Jake may have made his name in influencer boxing, but this is a whole different level. He's not facing another TikTok star, he's facing Iron Mike. If Jake doesn't step up and put in real work, he's going to be in for the fight of his life.
Mike ain't doing this! Mike ain't doing enough, baby. Tyson doesn't stand it.
Roy knows what it takes to face a legend like Tyson, and is concerned that Jake might step into the ring totally unprepared, thinking he can just wing it and walk out on top.
Gary, is there anything on this table that you think you follow? No, maybe I'll honestly do the draw. No, you don't. It's I don't the draw. I mean, I could feel those times too.
At the end of the day, Jake needs to understand this fight isn't a joke. It's not about the payday, clout, or viral videos. He's stepping into the ring with one of the most feared boxers in history. If he doesn't take his training seriously, things could get ugly fast. Roy has seen it before, fighters who think they're untouchable until they face a real warrior and get a harsh reality check. Jake needs to ditch the trolling and focus on what really matters, surviving the ring with Mike Tyson.
8 equals more power. I'm coming for you, Tyson. Ah!
Oh, that was terrible.
Derek, what the fuck?
That's not my fault. That's not my. You hit me.
Download better and play better picks. Now I need a new Ferrari.
So there you have it. Roy Jones Jr. is back in the gym with Iron Mike, and it's clear these two legends are still raising the bar. Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss another boxing update.